Hello everyone, Stu here. Andy is just about to join me in the dugout at London Road. These are comfy, aren't they?
These are racing car seats.
Yeah.
The away one doesn't have those, they have plastic seats, but these are rumble seats.
Yes. Should we talk about the game?
Yes, anyway.
Yeah. 2-2, Desmond. You called it, my friend, in our boot room preview.
Yep.
Beforehand. I didn't think it was going to end 2-2 as we entered those last knockings.
No.
The captain has popped up with a stoppage time winner. It felt like a winner.
Yeah.
A stoppage time equaliser right in front of that packed away end. 4,000 town fans going absolutely mental. I believe they called it scenes
And limbs.
It was certainly that. Let's go through the game.
Should we start with, is that a deserved point? Did they deserve that point today?
Just,
I think that's
is
fair.
probably the outcome. Not convinced. It certainly didn't. If you look at the 90 minutes as a whole, possibly, but it's certainly the second half was pretty flat, and I didn't think that equaliser was coming towards the end.
Let's start at the beginning, because it looked as if it was going to be a good day for Ipswich Town, because after 4 minutes James Norwood had opened his account, which we were really looking forward to that happening. It was a bit of a profiting from an awkward situation when it came, but it felt like it was going to be a really good day for Ipswich at that point.
Yeah, he did profit from a mistake. Christy Pym, the goalkeeper's come to claim an aerial ball over the top of traffic. Both Peterborough centre halves were underneath the ball. Norwood put himself in the mix. He's given Beavers a little nudge. Pym's just slightly misjudged it, dropped it, but Norwood was there, Johnny on the spot, tucked it away, and at that stage Ipswich had started really fast. They had very much the better of the opening 10, 15, 20 minutes, but yeah, it's a couple of small mistakes adding up to a big mistake, which leads to the equaliser, which was a bit of a theme of last season, wasn't it?
Yeah, it didn't. Was it? It was. Luke Wilford gave the referee the opportunity to give that free kick, didn't he? It was even Tony working out to the right-hand side of the Ipswich box down here. There wasn't an awful lot of danger. Ultimately, it was a bit of a soft foul, but he gave him the opportunity to give that free kick, didn't he? I think it's similar to the one, if we're thinking back to this time last year, that I think it was Genoa Dynasty gave away at Rotherham for the winner at Rotherham there. Similar position, similar foul.
Yeah, right at the start of the season. Yeah, I was just racking my brains for that one. Similar-ish to Josh Emanuel in midweek in terms of Emanuel's foul was a far clearer foul for the penalty, wasn't it? But this one I didn't think was a free kick. Soft in the extreme, but Tony's going away from goal. There's no imminent danger. Wolfen just sort of bumps into his back and he goes down and makes the most of the contact. But Lambert called it inexperienced afterwards. Don't give the referee a decision to make. He gets the free kick. Madison's a good free kick taker. Delivery comes in, and then the second mistake is that Janoy Donasian doesn't get anywhere near tight enough to Tony. He's a big guy, good in the air. He just gave him a clever little striker's nudge just at the point where the ball was coming to him. Donasian had to be stronger. He had to be tighter. It ends up being an easy header into the bottom corner.
Though. Can we call it meaty? Is that a meaty header?
Yeah.
Yep, like that. Start of the second half, Peterborough got going, didn't they, after the break, and the goal when it came was a good finish from Isa, but a ball into the box. Luke Chambers dealt with it as much as he could, I think, with an outstretched leg to stop Tony having an easy chance to beat Holy. But for me, that wasn't enough sweeping on.
Yeah, clever ball from Madison, little ball around the corner, and if Chambers on the stretch doesn't stick out a long leg and get some toes on it, Ice is probably going to score anyway, so I don't really attach too much blame to him. As you say, there probably should have been others there mopping up on the cover.
Thomas Holy to thank as well, a couple of decent saves after that point, one beating one away and another one tipped over the bar as well. Decent stuff for him. He came up for the corner as well. I didn't notice he was up for the corner until he began celebrating with Luke Chambers with the equaliser, but goalkeepers going up for the corner, always good.
Yeah, especially when they're 6'9" as well, which adds to the excitement. But yeah, a day of redemption for Thomas Holy. He's not had the most convincing start to life at Ipswich Town. He got away with an error at Burton. Some questionable moments against Sunderland. First half here today, there was a dash off the line he just about got away with. A moment where Maddison had an effort from the halfway line, and for a split second we didn't think that Holy even knew it was coming. He was sort of had his back turned to it, and he did eventually sort of react to it. But second half, you're right, he's responded with some really good saves, a couple of good ones right at the start of the half. There was still time for him at the end to claw one over his bar after Chambers had scored as well. So he'll be feeling a lot better about himself after that second half.
So Ipswich going to Tuesday night, which is AFC Wimbledon at home, and they go into that with 5 points from 3 tough games that when these fixtures came out, we were looking at those thinking that's a really tough start for Ipswich Town back in League One. How are we feeling now to have taken 5 points from those games?
If you'd have offered it to me before a ball was kicked, I'd have taken it. There's a tinge of, could it have been more? Should have beaten Sunderland, could have lost here today. All things considered, for a team that had a nasty losing habit on the way to relegation, to start unbeaten against those 3 sides, I think ultimately has to be seen as a positive. Is there a lot of things for Ipswich Town to work on? Undoubtedly. Some poor goals have been conceded, not quite shown enough of a killer instinct at times. But there's players to come back from injury. There are easier games on paper on the horizon. How they deal with being that pressure, having the target on their backs when there's a real expectation to win. AFC Wimbledon at home on Tuesday night, people will really be expecting them to win, and it's going to be interesting to see how they respond to that. But overall, more positives than negatives, I would say.
I think so. And the last thing we should probably mention is we knew it was going to get done, but Paul Lambert after the game today confirmed that Kane Vincent-Young, who was here today, is now an Ipswich Town player. That deal is done, yet to be formally announced, but it is done. He has a stubbed toe though, which may delay any debut, but we shall see. Decent signing, I think. We'll see more of him in due course. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at AFC Wimbledon at home on Tuesday night. I'm going to go and turn it off.
I'll go.
I'm going to sit here in my nice leather reclining racing car chair.